Hey guys, Chris here from ASM Scholarships. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're also live on Instagram as well. I think we're taking questions as we produce this video as well. So hello Instagram, welcome to the show. Now in this episode, what we're going to be talking about is when should you start your academic scholarship process. We always advise starting early. The earlier you start, the more time you have to prepare, the more time you're going to get things done. And we're going to explain to you really what you should be doing and when you should be doing it. So let's get straight into it. So let me move this slightly over. Okay, so I'm going to do like a graph to kind of like show this more simply. So I did one very similar for sports. If you're a sports athlete, definitely check out the sports video of when you should be doing things. And Fabian, I've got my colleague behind me, you might have seen some of the videos, the other English chap. I like to call him Dr. Fabian because he has so much information in his head. So he's going to be kind of giving out the questions on Instagram and kind of helping with the process. But let's do a graph, okay? So let's say I'm going to do here 13/14, right? You see that right, Fabs?
Yeah.
Cool. And the end goal is here 18. This is when we want to apply. So we're 13, 14, 15. Well, that's a bad 15. That's not very clear. 15, 16, 17. All right, I'm going to break these into brackets. There we go. Lovely. Awesome. You can tell I definitely got an A and R, right? Okay. So 13, 14. This is where we kind of like, here's going to say this is like the high scholarship. This is where we want to line like this, right? We want to get to the high scholarship. We don't want to have, where's that the color code? We don't want to be here and be a partial. We want you guys getting the full ride scholarships, right? That's why you're coming here, so I'm trying to help you, train you, educate you on the process. So what's going to be the difference from a partial to a high scholarship? It's going to be basically things you do every single year you do them, right? So if you're 13, 14, the first thing I want you to do, I'm going to put a big I, is I want you to identify what universities you want to potentially apply to. Fabian did a great video about, what do you call it? Call it target, reach. What's the other one you had?
Target, reach and safety.
That's it. It's called target, reach and safety, right? So he talks about which universities, how many universities you should apply to. So I don't want you applying right now, but I want you thinking about which are your target universities, which are your safety universities, which ones are your reach universities. And that's going to give you what, 6 to 9 universities in your mix?
Yes,
Yeah.
6 to 10.
So 6 to 10 universities in your options. I'm going to move the camera so it just moved a little bit. I want you identifying them there now. You know, why are you interested in those programs? What academic programs you like, law, business, medical, whatever it is. Start thinking about 13, 14, what you want to do, because then you can decide, okay, if it's Stanford, if it's Harvard, if it's Yale, if it's Princeton, what do they take? Who do they look for? Remember we talked about the value earlier. We had another video talking about value, because then you can start to predict what those schools are going to look for by the time you get to 17, this is the age range where you're going to apply, right? This is the age range here where you're going to apply to these unis. It's different in sports. In sports, we do it a lot earlier. In sports, typically it's 15, 16, we're trying to get a verbal commitment. In academic scholarships, it's different. You're applying literally at the actual academic times and they want you to apply by. Typically, if you're coming, say, for 2020, you're going to apply from October to December of this year in 2019. So if you're watching this video like a year or two later, we probably made more up-to-date ones, but it's very similar. You've got to be every October to December for the year ahead, and you've got to get all your results into them. So what we're doing here from 15, 16, 17 is what we like to call prep and planning here at ASM. So that includes your SATs or ACT. If you're from overseas and you don't speak English like me, I don't speak English that great, but if you speak English, you're from Canada, South Africa, Australia, Great Britain, somewhere where English is in the curriculum, you won't have to do a TOEFL exam. But if you don't, if you're like from Spain, France, China, you're going to have to take a TOEFL exam. So you have to add that into this as well. So you want to do, I recommend you take, actually I wouldn't do it at 15. I would be taking that around 16 to 17 before you apply 100% before. That's going to get done in this section here, right? SAT, ACT. The other thing you need to do is start, actually you could start this at 15, so let me get a different color here. What you want to be doing in this section here is you want to be doing your extra curriculum activities. This is what we talked about. Maybe it's creating an app, working in charity, working in an internship in companies, getting those extra credit points when you put your resume, when you put your lecture statement into university. What have you done that's exceptional? What extra value do you bring? You want to be doing that from 15, 16, 17, so by the time you apply, you can add in, okay, I know which schools I'm applying to, I know what extra credit I've done, what makes me stand out, what makes me look different. I get my SAT, my ACT scores, maybe my TOEFL, done at 16 to 17. By the time I apply, it's all done. Now, if you're watching this, you're 17 to 18, and you haven't done any of this, you need to catch up really, really quick, because you might not be able to do the extra stuff. Maybe you can, you've got a year to do it. But it's more impressive if you've done it at 14, 15, 16, 17. It's way more impressive, guys. Because the school sees, wow, for 3 years you've done this, this, and this. Now, if you've only done 1 year, that better be an exceptional year. If you're watching this super late, if you're watching this when you're 17 or 18, get as much as you can done in 1 year. Because you need it, you really need it, guys. Like, it's gonna be honestly harder for you. It's not impossible, but you need to be exceptional. You need to have that wow factor. We talk about that a lot. A big like, wow, like, what did you do in that 1 year to catch up in 3 years, which you could have done something? So if you're young, take this advice. Get this extra, this is the most important bit for you. You're gonna need this, but what you do at 15, 16, 17, maybe play sport, maybe do a charity work, do an internship, create an app, do something. Maybe you're an artist and you're great at art, like win some awards. Awards are great as well. Awards, recognition, references, that's where you're gonna build it up here. Okay, but you've got to identify the university you want to go to and what you want to potentially study, because that's going to help you dictate what you're going to do at 15, 16, 17, right? And the better things you do is what's going to help you get on the increased chances of getting the high scholarship. But to get to that from partial to here, that's where this is so important, the ACT, SAT, and your high school grades, right? Because if you get perfect high school grades, you get perfect ACT or SAT and TOEFL, then that's going to automatically bump you up. But what's going to happen? You could have those perfect grades, and we've talked about students that have perfect grades and still don't get in, because what they forget is they don't do the extra stuff. So they have perfect grades, they're on course, but then they lose that potential. They end up being a partial, or maybe not even getting in, because they didn't do the extra curriculum, which is other activities that will help you get up to that high scholarship, to get a full academic scholarship. So again, summarizing this bracket is so important. 15, 16, 17, be doing extra stuff, be increasing your resume, treat it like a job, guys. Treat it like my job. I want to get into Harvard, Princeton, Yale, UCLA, Vanderbilt, Stanford, whatever university it is. The higher the school ranking is, the harder it's going to be, the more things you're going to have to do. If you're trying to get into, not say an Ivy League school, it's going to be a bit easier, unless it's Stanford or Duke or Berkeley. They're just as tough. But if it's like more like a University of Florida, University of Arizona, they're still going to be tough on you, but it won't be as tough in terms of the extracurricular. You could get away with like having a couple of things. That most likely is where you're going to end up if you start at 17. If you start at 17 and only have 1 year to prepare, it might be hard to get to Ivy. I've seen a lot of students' resumes, and a lot of times when we help those students, they barely get into the Ivies, but they get into the Arizonas, they get into the Clemsons, they get into the UCLAs, right? They're not as tough on you for the stuff like that. So it's just all about preparing early, thinking about the target schools, preparing for that, getting the things done that they're going to want to see, and then you'll be like somewhere like this, depending on your timeline. You'll be high or low scholarship. When I'm talking low scholarship, I'm still like 70, 80% plus. But the more time you give yourselves to prepare, guys, the more time you think about this and identify the target schools, the easier this will be for you. And that's why we're making these videos. The fact you're even watching these videos explains to us that you're serious about this. It means you're thinking about it, right? But it's all well and good watching these videos, but you've got to take action. You've got to start implementing the knowledge we give you, the tips we give you, and apply it into your day-to-day life. If you need extra help, we give a free consultation. We actually will take your current situation, whatever age you're at, and we'll build you a game plan. We'll actually build you a custom game plan to your target universities you've identified. You could be doing a 16, could be 14, 15, 16, 17. We'll build you a customized game plan, identification plan on what schools you want, what you should do, then you can go do it, and you've already increased your chances dramatically of everybody else who just thinks about it, right? If you need extra help connecting to the schools, we can do that too. So get in touch with us. Just simply, you can actually message us. Actually, your email, Fabian. I can message you, Fabian@asmscholarships.com. Message Fabian at asmscholarships.com. He'll set up a time to speak with you. He'll help you one-on-one with all of this and give you an actual custom game plan to the university you want. Okay, Fab, do you have any questions?
Yes, we got some questions we got one from John. I'm 16, currently studying in London, and I want to go to UCLA.
Okay, cool. So UCLA, actually got it on there. That's perfect. You probably saw that, John. That's what inspired you for UCLA. So he's 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's in this bracket. So you've got basically 1-2 years to go. So you've got it's good time to work with it. He wants to go UCLA. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's going to be taking his A levels next year.
All right, John. So if you can write on Instagram, what did you get in your GCSEs? That'll give me a good idea of your academic level, and what is your predicted A-level grades? Can you see if you can write that quickly?
Yeah, John.
Come on, John, man, we need the info. We want to help you, John. Is he doing it?
Yeah, so John got 5 10s, the equivalent of A stars.
5 10s. Yeah, that's A stars, perfect.
Yeah, and 4 9s.
4 9s, okay. So John, that's 4 9s. So that's really good. That's putting you on the right path already, right? So you're a 16. Academically, you're hitting the right stuff to get the full ride academic score, especially UCLA. That's going to be less tough than getting into an Ivy. So for UCLA, I know already that's going to put you on the high full ride academic scholarship where then everything's paid for. What you've got to do, John, and let me know who's done the SAT yet. Can you ask?
No, John. He just asked, what SAT do I need?
All right, so you've got to take SAT now. Like I plan because you want to do it before you're 17 ideally. You could get away with taking it later, but you might as well take it now. Go on the SAT College Board, register for the test. You want to get at least to UCLA. If you want to get if you want to get up the full ride, over 1,400 points. That's going to get you the presidential scholarship, which is what they normally call them. That's like full academic funding, pays for your tuition, room and board, pays for your books, it pays for your everything. I mean, like everything's done apart from your flights, your visa and stuff like that. But you're on the right course. Now, if you don't get 1,400, you get a bit less than that. Let's say you get 1,300, 1,200. You've got to get over 1,100 to UCLA. You have to get over that to get in. You're going to be somewhere here. You're going to be partial to high and full ride. Let's say you get 1,300, you'll probably be in the middle. You'll probably be like 80, 90%. UCLA is about a $60,000 a year school. So if you're 10%, you're going to pay like $6,000. If you're 20%, you're going to be about $12,000. Still better than $60,000, right? But you've already got the academics. You're doing well there. You need the SAT at 1,400 to get to the close full ride. And your A levels, I need you to maintain those A grades. If you do that and you do the SAT at 1,400, you're well on course of doing this. But you need to also add in the extracurricular, right? Do some other things. If you play sport, that's going to be so easy for us to help you with sport. We know all the coaches super well for sports. But if you're not playing sport, then you want to be looking at like, have you done internships? Are you helping charity? Are you working in different companies? Are you creating an app? Are you writing a book? What is it you do well, right? Think about that, John. Write a diagram. What do you do other than schoolwork that you're good at? You know, are you doing musical plays? Are you doing media work? Whatever it is that interests you, especially doing stuff around the degree you're trying to go for. You're trying to go for business, highly recommend trying to get an internship in a company. They'll love that. Or try start a company. It doesn't have to be the next $1 billion thing, but it might just be an idea you want to run with to show UCLA, look, this is what I've been working on, had this idea, I wanted to help do this and help people's lives. It could just be a vlogger. Like you know something that other people don't and make like 10, 20 videos about that. Then you can send that YouTube link to UCLA, look, I did this and I got this many views, I helped this many people change their lives. Definitely get engagement because then the comments, people can see that, okay, like we see here validates, you make these videos and you help these people with whatever you're trying to do. That stuff is what's going to really make sure, because you could have the grades, but you don't do that stuff, you're going to dip back down into a partial, 100%. Seen it time and time again. Any more questions?
Yeah, so we got Sophia from France. She just took the TOEFL, got 110. Congrats, Sophia. That's a awesome. Great score.
Bonjour. My French is like that a little bit.
She's thinking about Cal Berkeley and UCLA as well. Oh, we got some UCLA
People
fans.
love California.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny enough, California, Florida, tend to be one of the most popular areas people get into schools, and also North Carolina, because you've got your Dukes up there, and like New York, Connecticut as well. So that's kind of the main places we see people trying to get into. So what's the question?
Yeah, Sophie is just saying, what SAT do I need for top California universities? So
again, we got as you mentioned for John, Sophia, like UCLA, like any university, 1,400's basically the bare minimum to start getting into that full ride academic funding. If 1,100 is like the minimum to start the partial academic funding. So 1,100 should be your base goal for any university you're looking at. That's going to get you into like the starting point for the initial funding. But if you want the full academic funding, you've got to get over that 1,400 points. That's really what you want to get looking at. I definitely recommend contacting us for a free evaluation. Then we can look at your current grades in high school, your TOEFL, we've already got that from you. Then we can look at, in terms of UCLA or Berkeley, we can have a look at, more around your extracurriculum, what you're doing, and give you a game plan. But you want 1,400. Guys, everyone who watches this, go for 1,400. If you need an SAT tutor, we have tutors. We have SAT tutors, we have ACT tutors, we have TOEFL, you've already done the TOEFL, so that's great. But we help you with that. So get in contact with us for a free evaluation, because then Fabian will give you a call, he'll be able to help you with one-on-one ideas, give you a game plan. If you're younger, we can identify the schools and give you everything you need to do. But you're doing the right thing, Sophia. Like, you got the TOEFL tick 1, so that's really, really good. But there's many things that go into this. I just kind of hit the most important stuff. The more ticks you have, the more your application is going to be put to the top of the pack. Because if your grades are like perfect, but then someone else comes in, we explain some other videos, and they're like exceptional because they've done this, and this in terms of the extracurriculum, and you haven't done it, you'll lose. Do you want to lose or no? Right? You're watching this because you want to win. We want you to win. So you've got to take. I tell you, this is probably the most important thing, because so many people think the academics is all they need. I wish it was, but the problem is so many other people doing great academics. There's probably hundreds and thousands of other people who got 110 in the TOEFL. Loads. But have they done something else? Have they done an internship? Have they done some cool app? Have they worked in an art gallery? Whatever it is, charity. Have they done, that's what's going to separate you, Sophia. I hope you take that on board. How old is Sophia? Do we know?
Yeah, Sophia, give us a message. How old are you?
That's how old you are. Because that's
DM us will help you out.
That's going to help you break down to where you're at. What's the next question?
So we have a question, Martin from Denmark. What are some of the top academic schools I can get into Florida?
Into Florida, it depends what you want to study, but definitely the big ones are University of Miami, University of Florida, Florida State. They're kind of the 3 biggest ones. And then you also have like FIU, Florida Tech, University of North Florida. Then you have Rollins as well, it's a very good school in Orlando, USF, University of South Florida. But really the 3 big ones, University of Miami, University of Florida, and Florida State. That's like the biggest ones that everybody tries to get into. They also have the most academic funding as well. Any more you can think of, Fabs? I think I touched on the big ones.
Yeah, FAU, yeah.
FAU is good. Nova as well, Nova Southeastern, Barry, Lynn. It depends on what you want to study, buddy. Like, you've got to think about what you want to study. Again, I talk about it here, identify what do you want to study, why do you want to go there, what you're trying to achieve long term, right? Because that's going to come up in your personal statement. Because the school's going to ask you, why did you pick our university? What other universities have you gone to? When you do your interview, they're going to ask you, did you apply to these other ones, and why did you apply to those as well? They'll ask you. Be prepared for that question, because they'll ask you it. Did we find out Sophia's age?
Sophia, get back online, Sophia. We want to know your age.
We know your age, because I can help you.
So we got Tian from South Africa. He's wondering
I'm in South Africa in 3 weeks.
He's wondering Harvard and other Ivy Leagues. How do I get there?
Firstly, whatever age you are, think about where you're at there. So if I'm going to guess you're 16. So you're 16 years old. You're 2 years behind when I like to recommend to start going. How are you going to get there? A couple things. Your SAT grade. You won't need TOEFL from South Africa, so SAT or ACT. I recommend the SAT. You're also going to do subject tests with the SAT as well. For Ivy, it won't just be the SAT exam. That's just English and math. You're also going to do the subject test as well. So you're going to do 2 SAT exams, right? So if you're 16, which I'm guessing, you're going to have to do that around here. You want to get that before you're 17 years old, get those exams in. You can do it after 17, but we like to get you doing it early, and here's the reason why. If you can get really good grades at 16, it makes you look more smart, because it looks like you've done them like earlier. Most Americans will do them when they're 17 to 18. So if you can do it a year before and get really good grades, it makes you look better. That's why we like you doing it before you're 17. That's a good tip we have, a kind of nice hack. So get your SATs done here. You want to start your extracurriculum as soon as you can. So if you're 16, start thinking about what can I do in the community. South Africa has loads of community work you can do, so much. You should really do that in South Africa. Help the community, give back to the people of South Africa. They'll love that. So find something that you're really passionate about and start doing on the weekends, like helping charities and stuff like that. Those charities will also give you really good recommendations. And the more credible the charity is, the better it'll be for your resume as well. So do something that's going to help people. It's got to have stats as well. You're going to be able stats to these Ivies. I did this, we helped this many people, we saved this many lives, or we provided water to this many people. Whatever it is, be able to give out stats to the IVs. It can't just be, oh yeah, I helped this charity and we gave out bottles of water. Okay, and so like think about that. Think about how are you actually impacting the environment, the people, the social stability of that country. What are you actually giving? Because everything you do there is going to be your value in the future to the university. And not just doing it because, here's also a quick tip, guys. A lot of people, and these Ivy Leagues have cottoned onto this, they know you're doing these charity stuff because they know they want to see it. The key question they're going to ask you is going to say, why did you do it? Right? Because if you just say, because I know you want to see it, they're like, you're out. You got to think about why are you doing this charity work? You got to pick something you're passionate about. Maybe it's a problem in the past that you've seen in your country, or something you want to make a change in your life. Because they'll see when they do your interview if you're basically giving them BS or not. They'll see you right through. You're not the only person who's thought about doing charity work, right? It's got to be something that you're passionate about, that there's got to be a reason behind it, because if you get to the admissions process and do the interview and they don't see the values really genuine, they're going to see right through. And these people know, they can just see, they can tell by the way you talk. So again, think about whatever you're doing in extracurriculum to help you with your IV process, that you actually are genuine and you actually care about that mission. Whatever it is, right? It doesn't have to be charity. It could be like you want to help the radio station, you want to get a message out there that you feel passionate about. These are things that we can actually, in the free consultation, help you figure out more in detail, like what is actually your why you want to go to tech university, what do you want to do in the future, and help you figure out the extracurricular stuff. We're really good at that. So again, you've got to do your exams, you've got to do your extracurriculum, you've got to get your grades, your high school grades need to be top marks at IVs, definitely the A's, or equivalent. I think in South Africa you do a 100% scale, so 90% plus you want to be in for your matric. So you definitely got to do your matric, be at 90% plus in your matric. SATs, 1400 definitely plus. I recommend 1500 for SATs if you're going to go to Ivy, and have your extracurriculum stuff. Then you're going to do your personal statement, you're going to apply, you're then going to get accepted, you're going to have an interview process, you need recommendation letters as well. Those recommendation letters have to be 2 really impressive people that can actually help endorse you. So if you do the charity work or something similar, someone from there, and then someone who's actually like a professor or a teacher from your school that's going to back you up on your academics. That's what we recommend for that. Hope that helps.
So yeah, we got a message from Rory, help me get to NYU.
Right, okay, Rory, man, like just DM us, man. DM us on ASM Scholarships. Give us your phone number, we'll message you, I'll get Fabian to give you a call, because like there's many ways we can help, but we've got to get to know you better. We have to understand, build your own game plan of this. This looks really like messy now, but before it was kind of clean. We've got to build your own game plan, okay? NYU's the goal, perfect, but we spoke about this before with Fabian, they did a video on this. What's your target, what's your reach, what's your safety? You can't just go after one university. What if that doesn't work out? There's lots of other good universities like NYU that you'd be interested in. So we want to build up some options for you, build a game plan, and then we can help you do every step, every year the correct way. So when you get to application time, you're going to get into more universities than you can ever dream of. So you don't just put all your eggs in one basket. What if that doesn't work out? You don't want to be like, oh, what do I do? Right? So you want to have at least 9 schools you're applying to, reach, target, safety options. So that way you're going to have a couple of those say yes, and you can go to the school you want to go to. Cool. We've got to get back to work, so we're going to cut this video now. Guys, thank you so much on Instagram watching. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching on YouTube. If you like what you see, please subscribe to plenty more videos to come. We're going to be doing lots more videos like this to help you in the process. If you're watching on Instagram, thanks for tuning on the live stream. We're always coming on every couple of days doing live streams. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to get on our live streams and ask live questions, it's ASM Scholarships. That's where we do all the videos. We do sports stuff, we do academic stuff. We're here to help you in all this process in terms of American University. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe, please like it. For plenty more videos like this to come, we'll help you get the university you want. Take care.